We live the times where there are many hard economic times. The situation in our country is becoming unbearable, and all over the world, something that can make our youth to despair and give up in life. And today, we brought you a topic of discussion of mental health and how the youth of the 21st century can be able to navigate out through the life problems, hurdles, economic balancing, relationships, spiritual matters, and most importantly, the well-being of a youth. My name is Emmanuel Bosire, and I'm joined by
Machoka Geoffrey.
It's long since we met.
Thank you, Mr. Manuel, for this first time.
I remember those days in university where you were very thin like me, and of late, you're becoming great.
I can be able to add that when you find in a scenario whereby you're trying to put yourself in a certain stress, you don't grow in terms of size. But after sometimes you find yourself growing bigger and bigger because you have now avoided all kinds of stress and sorts of stress inaweza kusumbua kwa maisha.
Now, if I can ask you,
yes,
in the simplest way,
yes,
and in your own words,
yes,
what is mental health?
Mental health, I can be able to say, mental health is when, for example, your mind, the thinking capacity, the way your mind can be able to think, can be able to feel, and even react on something. That is when, and then after sometimes it turns to be being distracted. That is, it gives a point whereby we call it a mental distraction. Then we can summarize that point of view to be mental health problem.
Now, building up on this topic of mental health,
yes,
people or statistics can tell that youths and women, especially the men, and by the way, yesterday was Father's Day, and you know that this month mostly it's about the mental health of men, and now that you are men, were you celebrated yesterday as a father?
And exactly, yes, because
are you a father?
Yeah, I'm a father. And we are proud of being a father.
Alternatively, did you celebrate your father?
Yeah, unfortunately, my father passed, but I remembered him posting at "Continue resting in peace." But I call myself a father because I can stand in for him.
Let's now build this story or this conversation on the mental health of men.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that make men to undergo a lot in the world today?
Oh, many men you can find when a person has no financial constraints, that you lack capital or you lack money. That is one of the things that makes many men feel like there is no hope in this life. Another thing you can be able to say, lack of jobs. People get frustrated after all struggles of life. You have been in school, you have learned all 4 years, but you don't find at some point hakuna kazi. That brings a lot of confusion in a family. Mtu anakuambia you read, but sasa hujapata kazi. Mtu anaanza kudevelop what we call shida kwa akili. That is stress.
Talking about relationships, men fall in love, men provide for people, and at times we have single parents who are men. Do you have anything to speak about it?
About the relationship, at this scenario, we can be able to base our understanding that we fall in love to test, but we don't have that experience. But after we have interacted with those relationships, that is, we are another sex, that relationship become toxic. It gives us it develops a stress, feelings that are negative, that cannot even apply in any kind of relationship, which makes many people to abscond that relationship and decide to be alone.
Thank you, Geoffrey. He has given us a little building up of what is mental health and how people are challenged mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and all the aspects of life. And one of the causes is that it builds up to stress. And Group 1, they're coming to discuss with us what are the causes of stress among the youth, especially today, and extending it to the male gender Now that this is the month, we're talking about the mental health of men and what are the causes of stress among the youth and among the men. Thank you, Geoffrey, and we come again in the next segment.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Wish you the best.
Okay. Yeah. So, yes, hello.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
My name is Jackson.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. My name is Rispa Chebiche.
Today we are discussing about stress.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about stress, stress is a terminology that we can't skip. It's happening daily, our daily lives.
Yeah.
So by first of start, what is stress?
According to me, I can say stress is when your normal day-to-day life changes, when you overthink how you feel, how you react to different situations in life. When it changes, maybe you overthink about something deeply.
Exactly. So as we majorly discuss about stress, there are a number of causes of stress. One of them maybe being unemployment. You understand the current Kenyan economy that we are living in, especially the fresh graduates from different public institutions. There are no jobs. People have already invested their cash in bringing up their education. But at the end of the day, you have no place for this youth. So at the end of the day, you will find that majority of these young people, they may end up being in stress. Maybe the second cause?
The second cause, I can say financial issues.
Yes, financial
It's also
issues.
related to that lack of work, lack of employment. For example, during Corona time, many people lose their jobs, and that causes a lot of financial issues.
Additionally, during COVID-19, many people, especially those who work in the formal settlement or other formal sector, they end up losing their jobs. And due to that, they end up getting stressed.
Losing jobs.
The third thing about the cause of the stress is maybe the loss of a loved one. For example, if it happens like you have lost a close friend of your family, let's say for example, maybe a relatives, parents,
Maybe a
brother,
friend.
a sister. So the process you may end up getting stressed up.
Another cause of stress. Another cause of stress I can say is work-related stress.
Yes, work-related.
Maybe when you are having difference with your other employees, when you're having difference with your boss, you're not in the same direction. That can cause stress because you are not comfortable. And the way he's instructing you or telling you, you don't feel okay. That can cause stress also.
That can be a larger contributor of stress. Maybe another one to add.
Another one, maybe I can say parental challenges.
Parental challenges, yes.
Maybe parents sometimes, when some parents are having conflicts with each other, that can affect children. So when you grow up in a family where there is a lot of conflicts between parents, that's a challenge which can cause stress to you.
So maybe to sum it up, we have also the last point, that is financial stress, where maybe one is not in a position to afford the basic necessities like education, talk of food, as a sort of poverty. So once you are unable to access these basic necessities, you end up being
stressed.
So
on that part of financial, it's so stressful because you cannot depend on someone fully to fund your needs, your personal needs, educational needs. At some points, you need your funds so that you can move on with your life.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to an end of our discussion about stress.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello, my friend.
How are you?
I'm good. Today we are going to discuss about mental health. So, I'm Edwin. What about you?
I'm Morara Maslin. Yeah, and Mr. Edwin, if I may ask, what's mental health?
According to my understanding, mental health, this is how to be a well-being in a given society,
Okay.
either physically, mentally, socially,
Okay.
and being social to your
That's
society.
great. That's great. And what are the causes of mental health?
I can think causes of mental health. This may include having anxiety, depression, schizophrenia,
Okay.
and poor
Eating
feeding.
problems.
Yeah, eating problems.
What do you understand by depression?
According to me, I think depression is your inner motive which may come negatively
Okay.
according to the given incidents which have occurred to you, either mentally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anxiety.
Anxiety, I think anxiety, this is how the feeling which you have, which bring happiness. Either it can be happiness or either negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So according to you, what are the major resolution to that mental health?
Mental health.
Yeah.
I can say maybe seeking professional help, where someone may go and seek some advice from. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how
And that is
we can help the society.
just mention.
I mentioned about seeking help.
Physical exercises.
According to me, according to physical exercise, even having adventures of looking these birds which are
Yes.
outing up here in the trees, having free time, going to a very
A walk, just having a walk.
a nature walk, yeah. Having a green space where trees are there, calmness of a given place.
Yes.
You come there, relax. You see the adventure, the creatures of God.
Yeah.
I think that is a better option for physical activity.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you for your conversation.
Thank you too.
My name is Levis Nyambani. What's your name?
Eliakim Makor.
Okay, and today we are going to discuss about suicidal feelings.
Yes.
Okay, according to your understanding, in the community of today, like there are many causes, young people, elders. It has become an habit whereby they often take their lives. If I can ask, what's suicidal? What's meant by suicidal feeling?
Suicidal feelings is an act of being preoccupied with absurd mind of wanting to end your life.
Okay, if I can ask, why should a person take his or her life?
So maybe, to be precise, suicidal may be brought about vast environment, maybe social constraints which are economical, maybe lack of employment. In our society, the living standards are high. Maybe someone may be depressed due to lack of money. Next, maybe employment opportunities, and the giant thing is love. Most of many people around the society want to cut their life short due to love issues.
Okay, this big, massive giant of love, how can you put it so that, how can you encourage it? Most especially it occurs to people around the age of 18 to that. How can you solve this issue?
So, what causes more frustration in love is of expectations. Many young youths expect more from love. Maybe he or she has invested more. Maybe let's take an example of a man. A young man has invested in a girl. in many things and issues. When maybe that girl will change his mind, change her mind, this young man will want to end his life because he won't be able to overcome the situations of allowing that lady to go off.
Okay, if I can say,
Yes.
is it good that you tell these young men and women to abstain from love?
No. The best thing is to face love, but in a good way. First, ensuring the loyalty in between us, and lowering the expectations from each other.
Okay. Maybe how can you tell that your partner is either loyal to yourself, loyal to you and to his or herself?
It is hard to judge because everything lies on the mind of an individual. But what I can advise everyone, try to be loyal because of tough situations in the contemporary society nowadays.
Okay, maybe I can ask another question. How can you help somebody who has strong feelings that him or her can come to end his life?
First, you don't judge the person. So when you don't judge the person, first you will first hear from his or her side of view about the situations he has gone through to that extent of making that decision. Two is try to advise or seek solutions on the problems or the events that he or she has undergone from the past.
And what if you say that you put like groups, you encourage these young generations, you talk about the these effects, like
Yes, it's a better way, maybe using social media platforms to advise on the importance of avoiding suicidal, because ending your life is not the best way or the perfect solution to do.
okay, I understand now. Maybe tukimalizia, unaweza ambia nini watu huku nje?
Suicide is not the end product, is not the best solution to do. Seek information, seek guidance, look for people who have skills on how they can advise and counsel. Or if someone is afraid of that, seek or share your thoughts with your close friend or relative.
Na maybe unaweza utakuta umeambia mtu, umemwongelesha kuhusu hii kujitoa uhai.
Yes.
Ukamwongelesha mkaelewana. Sasa ukute tena like ameenda tena amefika aka change mind. Ukute tena anataka kujiua. Utamfanyia nini mtu kama huyo?
First, from the start, I told you, you don't judge about suicidal events. So the best thing is ensuring that you are close. You are close to him or her, or you ensure that he or she has a company. In all the way, you are advising him or her the importance of being alive, the importance of seeking or buying your ideas of not taking suicide as the last option.
Okay. Kwa kumalizia sasa, tuliongelelea juu ya unemployment.
Yes.
Na mtu umemwongelesha akakwambia like kitu nifanya anaweza jiua ni kutoajiriwa. Utamsaidia juu mtu ili hiyo mawazo yako nayo achane nayo kabisa.
Since we are in an environment where the living standards have hiked, you will maybe motivate him or her to start small businesses like hockey, which require little money to start. Or you can consult with the relatives if she or he is willing to start a short courses like skills, maybe like plumbing, masonry, tailoring, which take a short period of time to do it.
Muongelelea juu na small, like atafute small capital aanze na akikwambia umsaidie like some little amount aanze nayo. Are you able to provide?
Not really direct, but I can share with my friends to contribute to help him or her start a business, or connect with someone who can help, maybe a circle which can finance him or her with a little capital to start the business.
Okay, asante sana. That's what we have for today.
Okay, thank you.
We have discussed what are the problems the youth and the people undergo in the world. Want to make a summary? What are some of the things you've heard them discuss?
I've heard them discussing about the stress and how they can be able to manage stress. Another thing I've heard from them how you can manage a suicidal feelings that develops from a person. Another thing I have at least gathered from these people, they're trying to try to gather what it terms to be psychosis, something you are thinking about, an illusion that is inside someone's feeling.
And the last group has really educated me on the suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, have you ever thought about killing yourself?
The way I'm very big this way. Because I don't have stress,
You know,
I will never think about
Lifetime.
No, I can't.
There's a time I almost had those thoughts. Things were not working on my way.
What does it mean?
From finances, spiritual, physical. In fact, things were not going on. I almost took my life, but I thank God for one of my colleagues who used to come to my house. We used to share and talk about, and until I gained that strength again to push life. What did you get educated about this conversation?
We need to change our thoughts so that we can be able to change our life. And you don't have to compare yourself with others. Comparison is a thief of joy. You need to understand that from the word.
Oh, pardon?
Comparison will be a thief of your joy.
Oh, you know, many people like comparing things.
Yes.
You know, they want to see me this way, and they want to copy myself and paste them on you. And I know you have this habit of copying people.
And exactly that.
I know you have that habit.
Exactly.
Can you stop that habit?
I will stop because as at now we have educated ourselves, and now we need to rely on our own kind of life. You don't have to. Because I mostly admire the way you dress, the way you are. You fix that scenario. But
you know, men don't love complimenting each other. It's ladies that's good. You look smart, and they say thank you. But it's rarely that men can compliment each other. Seeing you dressing well, and maybe seeing me dress well, we don't compliment each other.
But even if I dress this way, this is maybe it was you find me today that doing this, but you don't know if I kama niko sawa ama siko sawa.
Now we want to bring this conversation to more base.
Yes.
We want to be bringing different topics.
Yeah.
And we want to keep our audience knowing that we bring in the much of these topics so that we can be able to discuss them and create value through education to many people over the world, and to keep watching and coming back every 1 week of the week, which we want to describe so that we can be showing them. My name is Emmanuel Bosire, and my guest today was
Machoka Geoffrey. Thank you, and thank you for this opportunity.
Amemaliza akisema kwamba comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare yourself. Just be authentic, just be real you, and life will give you all the joy that you want. Goodbye.
Thank you.